guys, so today I am actually doing a video on my daily face routine because I've gotten asked lately about my foundation and what I use, etc. Excuse my voice, I don't know what's wrong. I think I'm kind of tired today, a little out of it. So I have washed my face, exfoliated my skin. I have nothing on, so it kind of feels like all tight. This is the Neutrogena Age Shield Face Sunblock, and it's SPF 110. I read lots of reviews about this product and had started using it a while ago. So after I'm done washing my face, I just dab a little bit there, a little bit here, and just it's thick, but it doesn't come out very, like most sunblocks, how they come out really, what do you call it, like overly moisturizing, I guess you can say. Now, after I wait a couple of minutes, I apply a sheer primer, and this is from Hard Candy. This just basically helps to make sure that your foundation comes on really, really smooth and looks at its best, I guess you can say, like hiding pores and stuff like that. So you just need a little bit. See, it comes out kind of a little pasty, but not thick pasty. It's turns into like a moisturizer. So I just apply that. A little bit goes a long way, and it makes your skin feel so silky. So just apply that right there. More so right here, because this is where it stands out more, you know? Like this area, you don't really have a lot of pores that stand out and stuff, but if you want to, you can apply it all over your face. MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, because I do not recommend this foundation for really dry skin. And if you do have dry skin, and you say for instance you all of a sudden have dry skin in the winter, I would use this with a moisturizer. Now what I mean by that is I pretty much will dab on some moisturizer on my hand, and then I'll put a little bit of this and I'll mix it. I'll kind of mix it with my brush, and I use a dual fiber brush. This is a MAC 187, and I love this brush for applying my foundation because it gives it more airbrush finish. Now this is pretty much medium to full coverage. It is buildable, so you can keep applying it and make it as thick as you want it. I am a color NC42 for my girl Mumu. I think her name is Mumu on here. Mumu Chan, I want to say. Honey, I wear an NC42 in the summer if I'm tan, because it's a little bit darker. And then come winter time, about an NC40. I can probably go a shade lighter now that my skin is so light. But for those of you looking for a cheaper alternative, a very similar product, this is pretty much a duplicate. I was like, what is the word? This is pretty much a duplicate for the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and it is Revlon Color Stay. My favorite right now though, and I haven't even purchased it yet because last time I went there I got a sample, and I've been using my sample, and I've been waiting to go back and get it once I finish my sample just to see if I really like it. I'm going to get the whole bottle though, so next time you'll see my bottle and what it looks like. But this is the Makeup Forever in N140, and I love this stuff. I read the reviews on it, and I was looking for a foundation that just pictures well. So when you take a picture and your makeup just you look kind of washed out or anything like that, this stuff does not do that. It's an HD foundation, so it has something in it basically that creates this great effect. So what I'm going to do half of my face, my MAC, and then half of my Makeup Forever, so that you can see how I do my foundation routine. And just put some, I'm not going to mix it with moisturizer today just because I'm probably going to wash my face after this. But that's just a suggestion now. See how it's very thick? It's very pretty though. It gives you that like matte finish, which I love. This doesn't, obviously. It's more dewy. The Makeup Forever is more dewy, so. And I just lightly brush it because I don't know, I don't have horrible skin, so I don't need extra coverage. But for those of you that like that extra coverage or have, you know, spots that you just want to fill in, you can always use which sometimes I use this one and I love it. It's my MAC 190 foundation brush. And this will just give you, when you brush it in, you just have to make sure it'll give you more streaks and stuff. But after you're done brushing with this one, you can always just blend it in lightly with this, just to get rid of the streaks. But this is more for if you want to keep building it on and get more full coverage. So you see, I already have like a really flawless finish with the MAC, and I love the MAC. But I was just looking for something that's better on my skin, not so dry. But it's good to switch it up. You can never have too much makeup, right? And then I like to brush some on my lips, because when you put your lip color on, it kind of fills in your creases. So this is my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. And here's nothing. So sometimes too, you don't even need a concealer because it's just the shades are so perfect. Sometimes this has more yellow undertones, so it just totally conceals really well. If I wanted to build it up, I really probably wouldn't even need concealer, but I love my concealer. So let's go ahead and use my Makeup Forever because I love this stuff, and it's more dewy. When I say dewy, I mean it's more moisturizing. It doesn't come out so matte finish. It comes out just more with like a little bit of a glow. It's really natural. And I'm just going to put my brush in here and dab some. Now, HD foundation, it comes out a little bit more lighter than what it looks like usually in the packaging. Now, the reason for that is because it has like this like iridescent tones in it or something that create that nice shiny finish and that good glow for pictures. But a whole bottle is about $42 or something, but a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot. I mean, depending on the coverage that you like. Maybe I should do my eyebrows. I look like super ghostly. This is by NYX. And it is in the color beige. It has more like yellow undertones. I cannot tell you that this is like seriously super comparable to MAC's foundation, Studio Finish Concealer in NW20, that's the color I use. This is a little bit more lighter, and it has like kind of like pinky undertones, which is good for covering up like purple and blue circles. And this though is just, it has like yellowy and like kind of peachy undertones. I'm not sure exactly, but I like this stuff. It works amazing, and it was only $5.50. I got this at a local beauty supply store in the Bay Area. This is probably about $15. The consistency is about the same. This is really kind of thick and creamy, and this is as well. Again, when using concealers like this, you want to use your fingers because the heat from your body actually melts the concealers down so that it applies on much easier and applies on at its best. So this stuff is amazing. So this is kind of like a mini review on this. I like this stuff a lot. I cannot believe it was only $5. I was really surprised. So what I do is I just dab my finger and apply. I'll keep my MAC all together, so I'll use my other concealer on the other side where my MAC foundation is. Do you see that? Like, it's just super amazing. And then I will, so that was my NYX with my Makeup Forever HD foundation. And here's my MAC. My MAC concealer. And you don't want to press too hard when applying your concealer. You don't want to put too much. You just want to gradually build it as much as you need. Now I like to kind of go down and like that, do like a little V shape and pat it on. Because when you're smudging it, you're kind of like you're rubbing off the concealer. You're not getting the most out of your concealer. And then I'll pat just a little bit on my eyelid. Alright. And then I like to, by my nose, if you have like red veins or anything like that, you can always go like that. So that is my foundation and concealer. You want to use a very loose, thin powder. I will use my makeup, my Bare Minerals foundation, powder foundation, which I use for everyday use when I'm not wearing like liquid foundation, because it's so light and it just works for my skin very well. I'll use very, very little of this in a big, like kind of like a kabuki brush. And then for my concealer, I use my Laura Mercier because it's very thin, loose, and it's like a secret brightening powder, so it just is perfect for underneath for your concealer area. And again, you just want to dust it. Now sometimes this will show in your pictures, so be aware on how much you put. You don't want to put too much. You just look up and kind of pat that underneath your eyes, and it seals in your concealer so that your concealer, the coverage stays all day. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. I will do, those are like my foundations. Those are the colors I use. Those are the ones that I love. Let me put some mascara on. I don't feel like doing eyeshadow and all that, so I'm just going to put a very thin coat like that. This is pretty much my foundation routines. I switch it up a lot. It's really nice to try out new foundations. Don't forget that every place that you buy makeup from usually has a great return policy. So let me know how you guys like it, and let me know what your favorite foundations are. I would love to know. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.